Now let's get into some free agency pickups. So
All
we had a pretty interesting off season when it came to Major League Baseball. So right now, me and Gabe, we're gonna name our favorite free agency pickups. Now I did have one that I was gonna say, but
right.
I actually kind of changed it. So
Can I guess it? Can I
well
guess
my
it?
well actually I think the Diamondbacks getting Corbin Burns is a huge deal.
Yes, it's a good one.
2.92 ERA
Yeah,
last
man.
year, absolute stud. I think that makes the Diamondbacks pretty dangerous, in my opinion. I can't
I would
believe
agree.
the
That was
Orioles even let him go.
yes. And that was a short tenure they had with him. I mean, that was only a little bit they had, and they let him go, and he signed that big deal. But that's one of the things that the Diamondbacks needed was starting pitching, and they definitely got it. So I feel like with that on their team, it's gonna help them a lot. And not have them go into their bullpen as much, like they don't want to, and give their team an opportunity to score more runs while Corbin's on the mound because Corbin is a good pitcher.
He's good, and why would the Orioles let him go? The
I don't know.
Orioles might have taken some L's this offseason because
No,
I
yeah,
feel like they lost more than they really got. Like
I agree. They just had a just tough way to end their year again, eliminating the first round.
they choke in the postseason.
It's like
When was the last time they won a playoff series? I mean,
2014, I think. You know, they just they can't let those things happen to them, especially when their team is young and it's a good team. They just gotta do a better job of recruiting and not letting certain players go. That's a good pitcher you have.
yeah,
Don't.
he's a top 10 pitcher, easy,
Oh, 100
easy.
percent.
I mean, why would you let him go? I mean, I think it's stupid. And then when he pitched in the postseason for one game, I mean, he was dominant.
He was doing just fine,
He was
perfectly fine.
dominant.
It was the offense that didn't help him out. And I feel like with the offense the offense that the Diamondbacks have, it will help them a lot. Getting ahead of myself for him to produce and get the wins because that's what you need out of your offense is good teams that can hit the ball. And Corbin's been needing that for a while. Even with the Brewers, it was a little shaky.
And the D-backs were kind of like they were right on the edge of like being in the playoffs last year. So like they're not really that far off. And when you get a guy like Corbin Burns, I think that will put you in the playoffs and put you back in the hunt because let's not forget, I mean, this Diamondbacks team was in the World Series 2 seasons ago. And they add a guy of Corbin Burns's or not Corbin Burns, Corbin Burns. Sorry, I'm mixing up Corbin Carroll right now, dude. It's like in my head, but that's a big deal for a team who just made the World Series not even that long ago.
It is big, and that's where like WAR comes in. Like whatever that WAR percentage is for Corbin, that him alone can help them win as games they needed. Like you said, they just missed it last year. If he was there last season and he was winning games for them and being clutch and staying deep in the games, that alone helps them move on.
And he also has a lot of pitches he can go to. I mean, he's got the cutter that's absolutely disgusting, and he's got his curveball. His fastball is not fast, but it really throws people off. Like people cannot touch it for some
It,
reason. It
It's
doesn't make
because of the way
sense.
he mixes pitches, the way he mixes pitches, especially with his cutter. His cutter is his best pitch, and when he mixes that in with his fastball and his breaking stuff, along with the changeup he has, there's basically no chance.
Yeah,
I mean,
forget
I
it.
wanted him for the Cubs, and we didn't get him, but he did get a lot of money. He got the bag, low key.
Yeah, he did. And let's swing it over to you. Who is your favorite pickup of the offseason?
Might be a little surprising for me coming from the Cubs fan, and maybe a little basic, but I have a lot to talk about it. I think the Yankees getting Cody and stealing him from us was pretty good, and I'll tell you why. The short porch out in right field will definitely help Cody a lot. He had 15 homers to right field last season with us combined in home and away, and now he's in Yankee Stadium. That short porch will help him to his advantage and hit more home runs. He hit less home runs last season with us than he did the previous year. He hit 18 last year, which is not a lot for Cody. You don't see that often. So that will help him a lot because he doesn't pull the ball that often. He didn't have any pull side home runs with us at all. He had one barely in the left center and one in straightaway center. So, in my opinion, that's a big Big pickup for them. And Cody obviously has a good glove. He won the Gold Glove. We see the off-field problems with the Yankees. Judge, I'm sorry. I don't want to drop balls in the outfield in the World Series, brother. I don't care. I'm not taking that. And obviously Soto is not known for his glove either. So when you replace Cody and you put him in center field and Judge goes back to right instead of having Soto in right, I feel like it's a big pickup and it's huge because Cody, even though he's known for his offense too, he's known for his defense. And if they really want to, they can put him at first when he needs to and put a young guy out there in center for the Yanks just to contribute in that center field spot.
Yeah, I think we'll dive into that one a little bit more as well because we do want to talk about that. The other guy I had in there that I put Corbin Burnes over was Jack Flaherty going back to the Detroit Tigers. I mean, I think that's a big deal. I think that really rounds out their rotation. I mean, this Tigers team is really good, especially when they're pitching. I mean, you've got Tarek Skubal just balling out. I mean, man was second in the MLB last year in ERA, and he won eight. He had 18 wins last year. So and I know you're not a big wins guy, but 18. I mean, that's a lot.
I mean, yeah, like you said, I'm not huge on wins because wins is more of a team and luckiest stat because a team could blow the lead and the same inning that he pitched in. I'm not going to get into that right now, but where the Tigers needed, as we saw last year, because again, they barely squeaked in, and one issue with them, again, with the Diamondbacks, was starting pitching. So
but now the rotation's rounded out, and you also got Reese Olson, Casey Mize is still there. So they have 4 solid starting pitchers, and like you said, that's what they needed, and they got. And the thing that's weird is Jack Flaherty was just there. So he got traded, and then he went back.
I mean, hey, that's baseball, man. I mean, the trade deadline for baseball is really weird. I mean, you get a guy a rental for that little bit of the season, just to even make a push to the playoffs or even go just far in general. But just for Jack Flaherty, I mean, it's really a really big pickup. He's a good pitcher as well. He's pretty solid. He gets the outs. He gets the job done. He gets the strikeouts when he needs to.
He did struggle in the postseason last year, though. I will say.
Yes.
7.6 ERA. No, that's not good.
Not going to cut it. But again, it's all momentum and mentality and shaking it off next season. So, me personally, I feel like we'll pick it back up. He also had a decent contract with them, so he's there for a little bit. He'll pick up things probably behind Skubal in the order, maybe second or third, right behind him. And it will give him over that hump because they have a good bullpen. And their hitting is young. And it would help them in the long run.
Yeah, I like the Tigers a lot. And
talk to me, baby. Talk to me nice. I'm from another world, baby, yeah. Broadway paradise. They think I'm way too cold cause I put my